Hey, first graders. Okay, we're going to work with our practice book today. We're on SS11. Again, you're looking for the letters SS before the number 11. Let's go ahead and read our directions. The directions say each picture name. Write I below the picture if its name begins with I, as in. Now they give you the example ink. I really don't like that example because it sounds too much like an E. So I'm going to say, write I below the picture if its name begins or starts with I as in, and I'm going to use the sight word, it. It. Say each picture name, write I below the picture if its name begins with I as in it. It's more of that I sound. It is also like in. Okay, you can feel free if you want to in your practice book to cross that word out and write it or in next to it so you can make that correction. Okay, this first picture, some of you might not know what it is. It's an iguana, iguana. And I do hear the I, the short I sound. So I want to remember when we're talking about writing our letters, we pretend that there's a little person here, a little stick figure person. The head is right about here. They're wearing a belt, and so the belt line is right about here. And then their feet are right about here at the bottom. So that's the headline, that's the belt line, that's the foot line. Okay, so for my I saw it pretty straightforward. We're just going to start at the belt line, go straight down to the foot line, and don't forget your little dot there. Okay, and then we have tree. Tree starts with a t sound, the letter T, so we don't want that. This is an igloo. Igloo. If you say it slowly, you could hear that that short I sound. Here we have cat, k, k, k. So it does not start with the I sound. So it's more of a k, which in this case for cat, it's a C sound, but k could be spelled actually 3 different ways. Then we have the truck, t, 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 no I. This one might be tricky. I don't know if you know inches yet, but there's a measurement called an inch, and that's what they're showing on this ruler, an inch, I. And I do hear that, not itch, but inch. So I do hear the I at the beginning. Now I have more writing before an activity. Whenever I see writing before an activity, and especially if it isn't bold, I want to make sure I read it, even if it's not in bold, because those are directions and they tell us what we're supposed to do. Say each picture name, write I to complete the words. So we're supposed to write I in this blank here. So let's first do that, and then we could blend it. Six. Then we write our other I here. Pig. Pig. And remember our p. It's just air at the end of it. It's not p-ig. It's p, p, pig. Good. Okay, now let's head to our next page, which is SS12. They're not always in order because sometimes you have those little decodable readers in between each one. That's why sometimes it looks like we're skipping pages. We're not really. We're just, your teacher's instructing you to take that story out and read it, practice it with your family. So sometimes we have jumps in page numbers, but not today. We're going just straight 11 and 12, SS11 and SS12. Okay, so here's our penmanship practice. Right now we're going to be working with R, the letter R, capital R. We're going to start at the headline, go all the way down to the foot line, go back up to the headline, round it out right at the belt line, and then down to the foot line. For my lowercase r, I start at the belt line, I go down to the foot line, I crawl back up and curve it there at the belt line. When I'm curving it, I start curving at the belt line, but then I head a little bit towards the foot line. Okay, so you're just practicing these. You really want to go in the same order that I'm going. You don't want to start it in some other place. Our starting point is really important. Now I'm not going to continue tracing with you. I want you to finish it though. And then you keep going where you see these little dots here. Those are just the starting points. So you want to continue on without the tracing. They just give you those dots as the starter points to help you. So you keep going and you fill all of those. I'm not going to fill all of them. I'm just giving you an example here, but you are to keep working on this until you're all filled up. Okay, so you might not be done, but take a break for a moment so we could talk about I. We're going to start with the capital letter I. Our I starts at the headline here. It goes all the way to the foot line. And then I go up to the headline again and make my top for it, and then down to the foot line and do the same. The lowercase I starts at the belt line, goes down to the foot line, and then don't forget to give it a little top there. And we just keep on going like that. Here's your starting point for the uppercase. Wow, that does not look very pretty, does it? I could do better the next time. I'm still not completely used to using this new writing tool here that I have. But you would just keep on going like that until you get to the end here. Now it says write some sentences, use the letters from this page. So you want words that have I and R in them. And it says some sentences. It doesn't say a sentence. So I want you to write at least two. I am going to offer you 2 sentence starters to use if you want to, but you don't have to use them. And remember, we talk about this often when we're talking about sentences. You need a complete sentence. You don't want, I don't want to just blurt out soft pillow, because you would be having no idea what I'm talking about. If I said something like, at nighttime I like to lay my head on my soft pillow, then you would totally understand what I'm talking about. But if I just blurt out random things and it's not a full thought, not a complete thought, not a complete sentence, then people don't understand us. So be thinking about that when you go to write your sentences. Let me give you these starters. It was going to be I, and there you have your I, right? Run. To. And then you would finish that. You have to finish that sentence because people still don't know what we're talking about. I run to, and then use more words to finish it. Notice I have a capital letter at the beginning of my sentence. You will want to have end punctuation. Remember, your end punctuation is either going to be a period, a question mark, or an exclamation point. Question marks right here are used when we're asking questions. Exclamation points are used when we're super excited about something, or when we're very angry about something, or when we're surprised. So you want either a period, a question mark when you're asking a question, or an exclamation point when you're surprised, excited, or angry. So I run to, you want to finish that. Your sentence might not finish until about here. You know, it might go on to the next line, that's fine. But then just put your end punctuation. You might start your second sentence more around here. You know, it does not have to be, you don't have to go to a new line to start your sentence. So the other idea I had is, it is fun too. And if you run out of space and you need to write either, you know, on the bottom or on the side, you can do that of this piece of paper. My eye does not look too good there. Is fun too. And then you would finish the idea. I want to know what you think it's fun to do. Okay, I have my uppercase I here, and I'm going to end that with some sort of end punctuation. Nice work, folks. Talk to you soon.